in radio terms, we always say this. You're supposed to talk to the most ignorant person in the room. That's why radio stations say the same thing over and over and over again, because you have to assume that somebody's
say that again. That they're talking to who?
The most ignorant person who's in the audience.
Really?
The person who knows absolutely nothing about your radio station, knows nothing about where you're located, nothing about your talent, nothing about where you're from, any of that stuff. You're supposed to be able to dumb it down so everyone understands you're listening to 102.1 The Fan in St. Louis, Missouri. You have to recognize that and talk about. That's why you hear repetition over and over and over again. Because you have to assume that somebody is tuning in for the first time ever to your radio station. You want to make sure that
every time you are on the air, that's the mentality.
Yes. This is why our show and the internet changes everything, because with our show, there's constant reminders as to what you're watching or listening to. You have to go to our podcast. Our logo is on your phone when you're listening to our show. Our logo is on the screen when you're watching our show. In radio, none of that happens. All that happens is the dial position. So you're having to constantly over reinforce it. So this is what you're worried about as a gaming commission. When someone comes into the app for the first time and says, wait, that's a can't lose parlay. Oh, they're giving me free money. Doink. I'm betting it without having it's false advertising, because the person coming in did not know the gag. So if everyone's not in on the gag, you can't do it. And there's no way of knowing that everyone's in on the gag. Even if one person doesn't know that this is a gag, that's still unfair to that gambler.
I love this show. No, I mean, seriously, I love this show because we're doing it, but I love this show because that was the most well-explained reason why this is a bad idea.